My gorgeous Torini, when it comes to the beginning of this week, okay, I don't know why you're worrying, why you're so worrying about something really specific. The beginning of this week, it's gonna start with you like kind of a worrying about something you should never be worrying about. It's about this option which is going to be revealed to you. At the beginning of this week, an important option is going to be revealed to you, my gorgeous Torini. But for everybody would be like, and lots of people would be like, oh my God, that's brilliant. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm so excited. But when it comes to you, because you've been through certain things lately within the last few months, it has been like, oh my God, up and down constantly. There were certain people that did disappoint you a little bit, and there were certain problems that you were kind of dealing with, and these problems that you were dealing with did cause a lot of stress. When we are stressed, we don't see things necessarily as they are. Sometimes stress can be extremely kind of like beneficial for us without even people realizing. Stress can be very helpful, but it really depends which kind of stress this is and how long certain things have been going on. The reason why I'm mentioning this, it's only because you're going to become aware of this option at around the beginning of this week. And you know, if you did not go through the certain problems, you would kind of go for this almost immediately, but it looked like something just burnt you a little bit, you know, within the last few months. Indeed, I think that you were kind of disappointed with a certain person or with a certain people in your life. But then again, it's important to mention that as of or from the beginning of this week, you're also like kind of slowly but surely coming out of it. This is not going to affect you in the long term whatsoever. But the bottom line here is that you have kind of learned like invaluable lesson through all that. Indeed, all this was contributing, my gorgeous Torini, towards you like kind of worrying about this option which you are going to have. So I'm going back to that particular option you're going to become aware of and you're still going to worry about. Okay, so as I said, when you become aware of this important option for you, you are just going to feel something very deep in your spirit, very deep in your soul. This is the feeling that I want you, that I need you to follow, my gorgeous Torini, above everything, above all, above everything that's going on in your life right now. This is what you need to follow, and you're not going to be led astray whatsoever. You will have this important option you will be worrying about, but what you need to like kind of focus on, so many possibilities that are actually going to come out of it, life-changing possibilities you must not ignore, and it's all gonna come in the form of this rather interesting option for you to do, my gorgeous Torini, for you to kind of jump in like immediately. So rather than kind of worrying, you know, and creating this maybe like kind of like a subconscious negative attitude about it, just focus on like a possibilities that this can actually bring you, because I can assure you, it's not about you finding out about these possibilities in 2 years time. No baby, no. It's about you accepting this option and being completely open to it, being completely open-minded, you know, because at the same time you are most certainly going to start coming out of your comfort zone, where you're going to start seeing things differently, just as long as you kind of understand how big this option is going to be for you. You must not close yourself in, you know, you must open yourself, and that at that moment in time, boom, something is going to happen. There is going to be a so it's all about your way of thinking, it's all about your mind, it's all about your spirit and your soul as well, like realigning at the same time. And this is why this part of your life is going to be shining really, really brightly. But the moment in time you take this option really seriously, because if you don't, then you're going to miss on these possibilities, and this is going to be more important than you can possibly imagine. In as little as a 1 month's time, my gorgeous Torini, there is a mind-blowing adventure you are going to start because of this, a mind-blowing adventure, and your life is going to transform in the most beautiful way, and you're going to find yourself on this path doing things and that you were planning and dreaming about for so long. Sometimes our dreams do indeed become our reality, and this is why you have to be open towards this particular option. There is something you're going to need to do, there is something you're going to need to learn, there is something you're going to need to prepare for, but that preparation is going to come in form of learning. Do not forget about this, my gorgeous Torini, whatsoever. At around the mid part of this week, I mean, this is absolutely brilliant. You know, you're gonna have like a really kind of intense conversation with somebody who's very close to you, somebody who you have been maybe like kind of brought up with, or somebody who you have known for a very, very long time. Maybe this is gonna be like one of your friends that you've known for a very, very long time. I see somebody being in your life for a very long time here. Or maybe this is gonna be like a basically like maybe this is going to be like you know, like a family member. So it could be like a really close family member who you really open up to, or it could be like somebody that you know for a very long time. You are going to have this important conversation. There is some kind of a problem or some kind of issue that you are gonna come out to that particular person. You will decide to say something that's bothering you. You will decide to say something that's on your mind, you know. But this particular problem that has been on your mind, it's something that again has been like kind of like a really this particular problem. You see, this is completely different situation to what I said at the beginning of this week, and I really hope that this is not going to be too confusing. So this conversation you're going to have with this particular person, it's like, you know, resolution, it's going to lead towards the resolution of another problem, because you're going to come up with this important conclusion, and it's like a lot to do with the person that you are going to be talking to. It's a lot to do with who this person is and their wonderful energy. It's gonna bring the best out in you. You know how beautiful some people's energy can be when it comes to us and when it comes to lightening our own path. This particular person, it's somebody I really like indeed. Anybody who has got some kind of impact on other people like this, it's so beautiful in my eyes. You know, it's so beautiful because these people tend to bring the best out in other people by bringing the best out in them, in themselves. You know, it's a lot about, you know, being able to kind of make the most out of like a really positive energy in life indeed. So this particular person is going to, you're going to come up with a conclusion when it comes to this particular problem. But what I like is that you will instantly like what this person is going to say to you. This person is going to say something to you, suggest something to you, and you will know that the part of this conclusion is going to be some kind of a compromise that you are indeed going to need to make. But there is also something else that this person is going to inspire you to do, inspire you to try something. This person is really going to inspire you to try something, and I strongly suggest you to go for it, because you will find out something so interesting about yourself through this particular journey, which is you know, which is kind of going to reveal so many different aspects of your life that you should be exploring at this stage that you did not even think about. So this is why this is important. The last part of this week, my gorgeous Taurini, it's going sorry, the last part of this week, my gorgeous Taurini, it's going to be like a basically you, oh my goodness, you see, the last part of this week, it's to do with this particular person in your life. Oh my God, it looks like people in your life are going to be playing a really big role now. It's to do with a certain person in your life that you're really going to start worrying about a little bit. You know what, I'm not being funny, but yes, people in our lives are important. And when I say that you're going to worry about somebody or think about somebody, you know, it's not going to be like somebody who you see on the street for the first time or something, or some kind of somebody who doesn't mean anything to you. You know, this is again to do with another person at around the end of this week, that you're going to hear an unusual news about somebody in your life. Again, it's either family member. I think that this probably is going to be like some kind of a family member, or it could be like one of your best friends, or somebody who's very close to you. Again, I'm sorry, my gorgeous Taurini, I hope you're not going to be upset with me, but if I do see people in your life like this that are going to be playing an important role, I'm going to say it, you know, of course. So the last part of this week, it is just like a little bit, you're gonna like like, oh my God, you're gonna think what's happening, because you will sense that something may not be okay with the one particular person in your life. Somebody who you do not see that often. Maybe this person lives far away, maybe this person lives abroad, but there is something that is just gonna come to you very psychically, very intuitively. You're gonna be worrying about a certain person here, but that particular person is not gonna talk, because that particular person who you're gonna be worrying about is somebody who doesn't like to open themselves up to other people whatsoever. So you're gonna be worrying about that person, and I think that you're even gonna ask this person, is everything okay? But that person is kind of either not gonna reply to you, or the response, it's not gonna make sense whatsoever. So I just kind of need you to be really methodical when it comes to that particular person. Yes, somebody is going through like a very difficult change in their life. Somebody had like a sudden change, a really sudden change. And the reason why I need you to be really methodical, because that particular person is extremely sensitive at the moment. And that's why that person is not saying what's going on in their life. There is some kind of a sudden change that has taken place. And this is what you felt initially, because I told you, first of all, you're gonna feel like something is not right, and this is exactly what you're gonna feel. This is exactly what you're gonna feel first, and then I need you to be really methodical. Don't ask that person like too many questions, but just try to kind of work out what this is. That person is going through some kind of a trouble, and maybe that person is like a little bit upset at the moment, and it's maybe that person is a little bit embarrassed to say maybe what is going on. So that's why I need you to be really, really careful, because there is some kind of a matter which is going to be revealed. You will realize, you know, what is going on, but then at the same time, just try to be as supportive as you possibly can to this particular person. It's like, oh my God, it's just so important, and you will find this extremely rewarding. That particular person is going to be absolutely fine. You know, within the next few weeks, things are going to change in a beautiful way when it comes to that particular person. But at the moment, I need you to really kind of be like maybe send the positive messages to this person, or surprise this person, send them a little gift. You know, by sending a little gift to people, we also create a really beautiful energy as well at the same time, which helps people to elevate themselves. When they elevate themselves, we elevate ourselves really at the same time. And this is why this is going to be so important for you, my gorgeous Torini, indeed. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm gonna see what is going to be a tarot card of the week. Tarotina Cardina of the Wikina. Yeah, did you get that? Tarotina Cardina of the Wikina. Okay, that's welcome to my world, my gorgeous Torini. So let's see what is going to be a tarot card of the week. Oh la la, baby. Just remember that there is something which is going to be driving you nuts this week. You're going to find yourself like in a bit of like a crossroads. There is an important decision that you will be needing to make. And you will know what this decision is. I'm not being funny. When it comes to this decision that you will be making, my gorgeous Torini, keep it traditional. Remember to keep it traditional. Don't go too crazy. Don't go too silly. Just keep it traditional. Okay, I really hope you're going to remember this. Okay, if you need something to re-energize you a little bit, if you need something to pick you up like almost instantly, then I strongly suggest you, my gorgeous people, to get something like Crazy Lace Agate, which is absolutely perfect when it comes to promoting an instant happiness, when it comes to promoting vitality, and when it comes to grounding as well. This is absolutely like a perfect combination of things that are so necessary when it comes to our balance in general. Because at the same time, when you feel like really negative, when you feel really down, when you feel really sad, when you feel really spaced out, I mean, this life can be very, very difficult sometimes. I completely understand. But the problem is when we are dealing with certain things in life, then certain things have got like a negative impact on us. And our energy is like taken away from us without us even realizing. Sometimes we are so energized, sometimes we have so many ideas, sometimes we are so keen to do things, and sometimes we are complete opposite. When sometimes we are down, sometimes we are negative. So, crazy lace agate, it's absolutely perfect, specifically when it comes to us not feeling good, when it comes to us not feeling right. Especially when this has been caused by the certain, situations in our life, which is absolutely natural, absolutely normal. But we need to get on with our lives. We need to get on with our lives. So this is why crazy lace agate, it's absolutely brilliant, because it's instantly, and I mean instantly, going to pick you up. It's not only about happiness, it's not only about vitality, but it's about this energy that instantly like kind of picks you up so you can get on with your life. You know how precious this crystal is. Very, very powerful indeed. This crazy lace agate comes with sterling silver chain, okay? And the link to buy this is going to be above, or it's going to be within the description, in the description below, or you can simply go and see it's going to be pinned on top of the comments as well, where you can buy this gorgeous and ever so powerful pendant, crazy lace agate. You see, lots of people don't realize how powerful blue topaz actually is, especially when it comes to activating your third psychic eye. Yes, lots of people do not realize how significant and how powerful blue topaz actually is, because once we activate our third psychic eye, we start to understand things we never understood before. We kind of elevate ourselves both spiritually and mentally as well. This in itself, it's ever so important when it comes to understanding so much about ourselves in general, understanding so much about this life in general. It really helps you to go through and to go forward in life with a completely kind of deeper, with a completely different understanding, much deeper, much more spiritual, much more serene when it comes to things that have been kind of bringing you down, when it comes to things that have been scaring you, when it comes to things that have been draining your energy in general. All this stops when you wear blue topaz. Why? Because you see things differently, and because it activates your third psychic eye. You elevate yourself to the point where you see literally every single aspect in your life in a completely different light. So why is this so important? Well, it's important when it comes to you progressing in life and making the most out of life, but it's also ever so important when it comes to you protecting your precious energy. It helps you to protect your precious energy as well, and this is why it's so significant. I mean, look at this. Absolutely stunning, my gorgeous people. And this is a handmade sterling silver bracelet, okay, handmade sterling silver gate bracelet. It's 7.5 inches long and it's 10 millimeter wide, so that is quite wide. And of course this is like a really high quality blue topaz crystalline, and this is something that I would highly recommend you to wear, my gorgeous people. powerful, and blue topaz also allow you to channel your inner wisdom and find a perfect pathway to successful opportunities, you know, and to be quite honest with you, like anyone who wears this will embrace will embrace their authentic self and trust, you know, you will trust your own power, and you will most certainly, you know, do things in life that are gonna bring you success in general. You know, you tend to make the right decisions when you wear these powerful crystals. So whether these decisions are like when it comes to your life in general, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your success, when it comes to your career, when it comes to money, you know, it does help you quite a lot, you know, to make the right decision, because it grounds you. It grounds you in a really specific way. Can you imagine how powerful this crystal is when on one hand it activates your third psychic eye, therefore you elevate, you become so spiritual like never before. But then on another hand, it's also very powerful when it comes to grounding at the same time, when it comes to you recentering yourself at the same time. And this is why, because you don't worry about things that you shouldn't be worrying about, and very often as well, people don't realize how draining this is on our overall energy, you know, and we are not able to get in our life, you know, to the certain stage, you know, as quick as we actually could. So it really is ever so important when it comes to you realigning yourself like instantly as soon as you put this on, my gorgeous people. I really highly suggest you to get this beautiful blue topaz handmade bracelet for yourself, or you can buy it for somebody else. If you think that somebody else can benefit from it, you know, why wouldn't you buy it for them? It's absolutely beautiful. And the link to buy this gorgeous bracelet, my gorgeous people, it's going to be in the description below, or it's going to be, or I'm also going to pin the actual link on top of the comment section as well. But it is a rather beautiful bracelet, and of course I only have a few of these in stock now.